Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. In this video, I'm going to be doing the rear brakes on the same 2015 Nissan Murano. I will link in the description the front brakes that I already did to make it easier for you guys to navigate. So there are a couple things to keep in mind when it comes to rear brakes. First of all, these are disc brakes. Very commonly, you'll find drum brakes on the back as a cheaper alternative. Another thing is, it being in the rears, you can't turn the wheels to make it easier to access. So it's going to be a little more difficult to be able to see and to get to things. And the last thing you need to keep in mind is, because these are rear brakes, you need to make sure that the emergency brake is off. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get the pads out. So what we'll do now is material and tools. All right, this is the materials list. So I have my brake pads, brake cleaner, penetrating oil, grease, paper towels, and then gloves. This is what I need for material for this job. So what we'll do now is the tools list. Alright, this is the tools list. So I've got my Automotive jack, a 2x8 block, 1/2-inch steel plate, 6x6 block, a couple of 2x4s, impact socket set, 1/2-inch impact, metric, open end, box end wrenches, wheel lock nut for safety equipment, earplugs, safety glasses, flathead screwdriver, torque wrench, and then a C-clamp. This is what I need for tools for this job, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing to jack up the car is we have our jacking point here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen off the lug nuts. I'm going to put the jack under the jacking point here. I'm going to raise the car up. Once I take the tire off, I'm going to put a couple blocks in the back here, and then I'm going to lower it down. So I'm not going to use a jack stand this time around. I think this is the quickest, easiest way to raise and lower the car in this case. Alright, so I'm going to start by loosening off the lug nuts. So these are 13/16. I thought it was 21 millimeter, but this is why you always check the metric and the imperial size. Alright, with the tire loosened off, now I can raise the car. I'll raise the car, I'll pull the tire off, and then I'll show you where I'm going to put my blocks underneath to support the car so the jack isn't holding the car up the whole time. Alright, so with the car up on the jack, you can either put it right under here or right under here. It's up to you. But I'm going to put my blocks underneath this, and then I'm going to lower the car back down. And then I can leave the jack out of the way. Alright, for the slide pin bolts, we have one here and then one down here. These are both 14 millimeter. So just give it a little bit of penetrating fluid. And give it a couple minutes for it to soak in. Alright, so this is a 14. Remember to disengage the e-brake, otherwise you're not going to be able to slide the pads out. So the bottom one doesn't need to even be removed, but turn the caliper over. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the pads. Alright, so we'll start by taking the pads out. So that is the outer pad. This is the inner one. The inner pad has the squealer on it. So that's the squealer. And then we'll take out the clips. Alright, so this is your opportunity. Inspect the rotor. Make sure that it looks normal. There's no pits or anything. This one looks really good. So the top slide pin bolt, wipe off the grease, and now I'm going to take my brake cleaner and we'll spray everything down. Once it's been sprayed down, take a paper towel and then wipe everything down. So inspect the boots here. Make sure that they're not torn Alright, so this is the old clip, this is the new one. Compared the two to make sure that they match. So put the new clip on. It fits into these grooves. And then we'll put the bottom clip on. Alright, so the old one and the new one, you can see the difference in the amount of material that is left. Alright, so for a brake pad, I'm going to take a little bit of grease and just put it on the outer wing. Just like that. Be sure not to put any grease. Don't get any grease on here because that is your friction surface. So this is the outside one. And now this is the inside because it has the squealer on it. Alright, so the pads are in. The next thing I have to do is push the piston back inside the caliper. Alright, so I'm going to put a brake pad, one of the old ones here, and then this bolt here is what I'm going to push off of. And then I'm just going to clamp this down and push the piston back inside the caliper. Alright, so put the old brake pad in. We'll push the piston back in. Now you can take off the cap at the master cylinder if you want. I didn't. I've never had a problem not doing it. Alright, with the piston pushed back in, I have a little bit of grease, so we'll do the two sides and then the piston itself. Alright, so I'm going to slide the caliper back into position. So if the caliper doesn't go on, that means the piston hasn't been depressed in enough. So for the top, move the boot back into position. So this is our top slide pin. So we'll just take a little bit of grease and re-grease it. And now we'll tighten it back up. So tighten it back up until it's snug. With that done, what I can do is I can raise the car up and then put the tire back on. So that's what I'm going to do now. Once the tire is back on, I will tighten up the lug nuts and then do a final torque. Alright, so I have two of the lug nuts back in. We'll put the other ones back in. Alright, so we'll do a rough tightening. Alright, so I'll now lower the car off the jack. And now I will torque up the lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. Alright, with that all done, I'm going to go take the car for a spin. This is now the time to check to make sure that everything seems to be normal, that you don't have any issues. If you feel a drag or something seems strange, bring the car back right away. Alright guys, so that concludes this job. So in this case, this design was very easy to work on. Everything's in great shape. I didn't run into any problems on this. This is definitely DIY friendly for this model, but I think as a whole, brakes is a relatively simple process to do on your own. The time on this job. The time was about 40 minutes a tire, and that includes jacking everything up and then taking it apart. This was very simple to do on this model. So I'm very happy with the way everything went on this job. the cost of this job. The cost was about $60, so that's the pads, brake cleaner, grease, and everything else that I needed. So for a small investment, you will pay off everything really quickly by doing 1 or 2 set of brakes on your own. This is something that you don't need to pay anybody to do, and you don't need a massive amount of resource to do it either. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope something here is going to help you on your project when you need to go ahead and do that. Guys, until next time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next project.